with Ivy Tech, and now we're going to go through the process of setting up and leveling an instrument over a known point with a plumb bob. So here I have my instrument roughly set up, and I have a hub in the ground with a point located. So my goal is to set this instrument up so that the center line of the instrument is exactly over the point. So if I'm measuring a distance or an angle about this point, I know that I will be perfectly accurate. So step one is to roughly set up. Step two is to get this plumb bob directly over the point. So I've roughly set this. If I was far off, I could pick up and move the legs, but I'm on the hub, so I'm very close. So what I'm going to do to finish getting over this point perfectly is use the legs. So if I unclamp and lower this leg ever so slightly, the plumb bob will come toward me. If I move to this next leg and unclamp and lower it, it'll come toward me again. So I'm going to come down and stabilize the plumb bob, maybe lower it a fuzz. And we are real awful close. I'm going to go a little bit more down on this one. So here is pretty much right on the money, right on our point. Now once we've used the legs to get on the point, then we focus up to the instrument to get the instrument leveled. Since this plumb bob hangs from a hook that's directly tied to the center of the instrument, as I tilt the instrument, it's not going to change my orientation over the point all that much, maybe just a little bit. So I'm going to come in here, as you learned before, make your vial parallel with 2 screws, and then use the left thumb rule to get the bubble centered. Turn 90 degrees, just the single screw now. Bubble goes left, so my right thumb goes right. Real good. Go 90 degrees again, so I'm parallel with the 2 screws where I started. Bubble follows my left thumb, both fingers in. Go 90 degrees again, using just this single screw. Bubble follows the left thumb, my left thumb's going out. And then back where we started. We look good, so I'm going to go 180 for my double check. And I'm between the lines, I'm good. So once I'm leveled, focus back down on your point. And I am still on the point with this wind blowing. I don't know if you can see, but I'm still on the point. If I was off the point, I could unclamp here and then shift this whole base ever so slightly the direction that I needed to go to get it right on the point, then reclamp, because the top of the tripod gives me a lot of play where I can shift. I don't want to rotate, I just want to shift in a straight line. Once I'm confirmed that I'm exactly where I want to be, then I would have to go back through and level one more time, because by shifting the base of the instrument you move it out of level just a little bit. So you go around one more time. .90 degrees at a time. And then come back where you started. And if you like where you are, go 180 for a double check. If you're still level, come back down, check your point. And if you're on the point, you are good to go. So that's the process for setting up over a point using a plumb bob.